here in January, correct?
Yeah, it was like, I guess a month before this all happened. I came at the end of January. I came to see Handle with Care, and we also did a workshop of a new play. I did a panel talk back with Jason Cannon on the stage on a Monday, and then I saw the show on Tuesday, and I got to hang out with the cast. It was like I was there for 48 hours, and I did all of this stuff, and it was great. And then I came back to New York, and it was like a few weeks later, and the world went into chaos. So it feels like 2 years ago that I was there, and it was just a few months ago.
Right. I know. It really is kind of surreal, but we have found new ways to connect and to collaborate, correct?
Yeah, that's been exciting, right? Yeah, it was like it felt like for a week, oh no, this is the end. No one's gonna do anything with theater anymore. And then you and I talked, and then a few weeks later, it was like, hey, we've got this opportunity, and we're writing new plays. And there was a Zoom call yesterday with like what seemed like 100 people. It was probably only 40 or 50, but it's amazing the work that you guys are doing and continuing to do. Not taking your foot off the gas, doing the opposite, sort of steering into the storm, which is, I think, the way to do it. Writing a play takes at least a year, if not 2 or 3 years, to sort of just from initial idea to final product. It takes a long time to sort of for it to gestate. You need to do readings, you need to do notes and rewrites and lots of rewrites and more readings, and it just takes a long time. And so I thought, well, while we're sort of shut down, maybe we can do that. And you like the idea. And we talked about a couple of different ideas, and this one idea I pitched, and you said, well, I like that. Let's maybe start working about that. But it wasn't anything official. It was just, work on it like the way we did with the whole shebang. And, maybe I'll send you a draft here or there when you have time. And then it was probably like 3 weeks later that you said this opportunity came up that Richard had kind of come up with and discovered, where you could take some money and give it to writers to specifically write things for you during this time. And then when the theaters do open up and people are comfortable coming back, you will have this just sort of backlog pile of brand new work to show everybody. And so we had already kind of had an idea for a play. And then you said, is that the one you want to do? I was like, yeah, that's the one I want to do. I guess you had to pitch it to some people, and they said yes. And then we were off to the races. And the minute you sort of said that was going to happen, I don't remember when it was just a couple of weeks ago, maybe 10 days, 2 weeks ago. And then getting that sort of confidence boost, I was like, I just raced through a draft. And so I finished a first draft that's not good or ready by any means, but it was just helpful to have that kind of encouragement to say, yes, we want you to write. There is a place for this play, at least, into the workshop phase. And that was really great. Creatively, it's been hard to kind of motivate. And so this was a great sort of nice kick in the butt to get you to like sit down and write. We're in this weird moment right now where we're all doing everything on Zoom, and we did a Zoom reading the other day of this play, and I've done Zoom readings of other things. We did a Zoom reading of Church and State like 3 weeks ago for benefit reading, and they're great. They're fine for what they have to be, but nothing will replace live theater. And so when we come back, I want it to be like the best of why we go to live theater, right? So it's not just, oh, cool, we're going to sit in a room and listen to somebody tell us stuff. It is that thing like the Tony and Tina's or the Spelling Bee where like, I was there the night that guy went up there and this thing happened. So yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal of it, is to kind of take advantage of everything that theater has that film and TV and books don't have.
Yeah, excellent. Can you also talk about what the reasoning was, or why theater is so unique that way, as far as what it feels like to have somebody next to you? I mean, you kind of talked about this the other day when you likened this, to sports.
Yeah.
What makes this such a unique art form?
Well, yeah, people talk about how after this especially, but people have been talking about the death of theater for years, right? Like, oh, Broadway's over, it's never going to come back, and theater's dying, and off-Broadway is dead, and no one will ever go to the theater. And it's been around for 2,500 years for a reason, and live sports have been around for so long, and they're so popular right now for a reason. People, you could watch this is what I said the other day, you can watch a football game or a baseball game on TV, and it's probably actually a better view of the game, right? You know, you're close up and you can see everything really close, and it's a controlled environment. You can go to the bathroom and get the food that you want, all that stuff. People, though, they want to go live because there's something about being in that shared environment. There's something about being elbow to elbow with your neighbors, people that you know, people that you don't know. And obviously with a football game or something, you're there with your, you know, you're all Patriots fans, you're all, you know, Orioles fans, you're all whatever. And so you're rooting for the same team, and that's fun. But with a play, you don't necessarily know who you're sitting next to, and you're hearing something, and then you're all laughing, let's say, at something, and then you realize, oh, we all agree that that was funny. I don't know you, but that was funny, and we agree. Or we're all crying right now because that was moving and touching. And you're literally sharing the oxygen with these people. And, you know, however big the theater is, 100, 200, 300 people in that theater, you then walk out of that room together, and you walk in at one person, you walk out a different person. And there's something I always find when you leave a theater after a great show. Do you ever like sort of look at the other people and you're like, wasn't that great? Like, I don't know you, but you're sort of like, man, that was great, right? And you don't even, maybe you exchange words or something. You hear people in the restroom as you're leaving or whatever, and it's just like a great shared experience. That's something that you only get at live events.